Too many days in the darkness.
Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Soy Eric y sí, para los nuevos hablo español hasta cierto punto. No puedo entender todo, pero me encanta el idioma y hoy día voy a expresarme y practicar un poco en español porque ahora estoy con mi amigo Diego, que conocí por YouTube.
¿Cómo están, amigos? Hola, ¿cómo están? Mi nombre es Diego de Alba, soy videógrafo, fotógrafo y creador de contenido.
Él es de México, pero ahora vive en los Estados
Unidos de América.
Go and do the clap thing. Nos juntamos para grabar videos, pasar tiempo, conversar de YouTube, cosas así. ¿Qué más?
Para que me ayudes a entender lo que quiero hacer con mi canal y para motivarnos mutuamente y sentir que no estamos solos en esto de la carrera de YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
Gang, gang.
Este video va a ser un poco más random que los otros, pero todavía quiero enfocar en la comunicación. Whenever I hang out with Diego, I think about two things. One, how much our communication can change in a short amount of time, right?
Yeah.
We hung out earlier this same year. The amount of change from the first time we hung out to now, it's crazy. It's insane. What do you think are some of the differences?
We get along better.
Well, obviously, yeah.
I still struggle, I'm not gonna lie. When I will watch my own video, I didn't understand what I was saying, or the point that I was trying to go to, it wasn't clear enough. You edit your videos and you see the way you express yourself, the way you try to share a thought, you realize that you're not doing it right and you will improve. But I think you need to see it too much. Like I used to say la verdad. La verdad, la verdad, la verdad, la verdad. I used to say that word a lot. You will realize, oh, I'm not getting to the point.
So
it helped me, yeah.
With the practice,
Yeah, of course.
over time, seeing yourself, you've been able to see different ways
Of course,
that you can
of course.
improve, be more clear.
Yes.
The second thing that I often think about when I hang out with Diego is the Spanish component of it. Como el español me ha ayudado con mi comunicación, con mi confianza en mi mensaje, en mi manera de expresarme. Pienso que el español me ha dado una creatividad con mi expresión, una flexibilidad con mi expresión. Cuando solo hablo en inglés, es fácil enfocar tanto en solo una manera de expresarse. Siempre quiero encontrar la palabra perfecta, la estructura perfecta, pero para hablar en el español no tengo un vocabulario tan amplio. Solo puedo usar las palabras que yo sé. In Spanish, I have to be very creative with how I say things. In English, that gives me a little bit more flexibility and creativity with different options of different lines that I can say.
You want to do it right here or where?
On the edge over there.
Alright.
Right now we're in Merced. We're gonna try to get a cool drone shot right now. I haven't vlogged outside in a long time, but no one's here, so it's not that hard. Man, look at this. Look at the water. Oh my gosh, it's like a mirror. The other thing that learning a different language usually highlights about your communication that you might not normally see is how much your own personal confidence affects how you communicate. Es más fácil grabar videos en público cuando hablo.
¿Te conoce?
Sí, y cuando hablo en español.
Pues sí, porque nadie sabe qué está diciendo.
It's crazy how much my beliefs about myself or my ability affect literally how I communicate.
Yeah.
How many words I remember in Spanish, how comfortably I'm able to just respond or joke back. There's certain days when I'm feeling a little nervous about my communication, a little self-conscious about my communication in Spanish. Immediately I'll sound like a beginner even though I've spoken Spanish or practiced Spanish for years and years and years and years. And then there's other days, like when I'm hanging out with Diego, who I trust and who's my friend, when if I'm not thinking about it, suddenly I'm speaking pretty comfortably, pretty fluently. How would you describe my Spanish, honestly?
I think it's great. You speak You speak better than my roommate, and he's Mexican.
That's not true.
No. I mean,
That's not true.
yeah, it is. No, the
In
reason
terms of like grammar.
because he doesn't practice.
Oh.
So he's like, oh, can I have a quesadilla? You know what? He has that U.S. accent.
Okay, that's really
So
interesting. I guess.
So I think you speak really good. I was surprised.
We always underestimate how much our beliefs about ourselves, whether they're positive or negative, affect how we speak, how confidently we speak, how clearly we speak.
Most of the time, what I've noticed, it's like shame. You guys can tell. Like, ask a friend that to speak Spanish, and even though it's not their native language, but like they live in the States, and ask them to speak Spanish, they change the tone of voice. For me, I think I speak the same in English and Spanish, because my level of confidence on both languages, even though I struggle with both, it's the same. Like yesterday, the waitress, when she was speaking Spanish, she will sound different, like more kind of shy. So
Yeah.
it's like that tone of voice, and like you said.
All right.
Ready?
All right, what do you got? The last thing that's fun about Spanish is seeing how little your mistakes matter with your communication. For me, I'm always focused on them. I always repeat my sentence if like there's an agreement error or if I use the wrong word or the wrong verb. I can sometimes pause or restart my sentence or I mispronounce a word. People don't actually notice that as much as you think that they do. So same thing in Spanish. When I'm speaking with you, I'm so focused on, oh, I did the masculine version of that word, I did the feminine, you know, whatever.
Lo que yo creo es que muchas veces nos fijamos en lo que somos malos, más no en lo que somos buenos. Y creo que para ser buenos hay que enfocarnos en lo que somos buenos y pegarle a eso, porque lo malo vamos a perder tiempo en solucionar cosas. Y van a haber más cosas malas que buenas, pero con que seamos buenos en una cosa y le pegamos con todo en esa parte, creo que vas a tener más desarrollo, más exposición, más crecimiento. It's like English, like sometimes my words are not probably I don't say things in the right way,
Yeah.
but you get the point. That's the beauty of communication. No matter where we are, we can connect in a different way, like even by
See.
like this is a cigarette, this is food.
I didn't know what that was. People don't care about your individual small mistakes as much as you think that they do. A lot of times what's more important to focus on is whether or not your message is good, worth actually listening to, right?
Yeah.
And also how clearly you can say it. I don't know, I love communication so much because it's so deep.
And think about it. So now look at language, okay? So every time you talk, you make a mistake. Yes, people notice, but so they want you to keep going, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now put it that in a daily basis. Every time you do something, you might think, "Oh, I made a mistake in my life." They don't care. Just keep going, because we get stuck in that little mistake.
Oh wow, so you're taking it to life decisions
Yes.
now.
So language.
Diego always brings the motivation.
Because I think that behaviors are the same, even if it's small or big. So, okay, yes, you make a mistake speaking. You
Right.
could also make a mistake in life doing something. You shouldn't be judged for that mistake. Just keep going. Because people don't notice the mistakes. Once you make one thing right, and like you do the whole sentence, okay, you make mistakes, but I say you speak Spanish.
Yeah.
So you could make mistakes, but you can still be successful
Right.
by the things you do right.
Right.
Boom. There
And
you go.
as Diego, getting deep with the language Spanish metaphors.
Because Eric make me think more deeply.
Thank you guys so much for watching. It was fun hanging out with you. And also,
Same, always.
how can we find you, Diego?
Well, my YouTube channel is Diego de Alba, and I'm on Instagram as I am Diego de Alba, and I just share more of my thoughts. If you guys like videos and car stuff and Spanish,
And Spanish.
I mean, just go follow me.
You are the change maker of your own life. Let's think more deeply. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Bye.
Peace!